It's definitely not a genocide.
Didn't
That's
Thomas?
nonsense.
Okay, this is one thing though, and I think you are right. You know, it is weird to give supplies to your enemy, but America has done that in the past. You know that.
We have, and it's a mistake, right? The most moral thing you can do in a war is finish it as quickly as possible. That's how you limit suffering.
Okay, but well, I mean, I have to disagree. One thing, like killing more people wouldn't more.
No, I didn't say killing more people. I said end the war as quickly as possible, which means taking whatever action necessary to win that war quickly. That's what matters. We like these protracted wars now because the military-industrial complex are the ones primarily who create them in the first place, and they profit off it. So the longer it goes, the better they do. It's the same as the pharmaceutical industry. They don't want you healthy. They want you sick for the rest of your fucking life, right? And this is what the military-industrial complex in America wants as well. And look, we service the entire world, right? Israel buys our weapons. Ukraine buys our weapons. NATO buys our weapons. So the longer these wars go on, the better for us. That's why we've changed our strategy from, look, siege warfare is as old as warfare. Cutting off the enemy's supply lines and starving them out and smoking them out, that is a very legitimate strategic military strategy. It makes a lot of sense. What it does effectively is turn the populace of that area against the people that are trying to prolong the thing, right, whatever the thing happens to be, and they say enough. We're done with this. We're not going to support you anymore. And as a matter of fact, we might rise up and stop you ourselves, right?
Yeah, but there's rules of engagement. Like you're not supposed to kill a civilian. You're supposed to kill other military people. Though,
What
right?
happens
What do you
when
mean?
the military hides behind civilians?
Okay, well, I mean, there's a thing. This is what
No, I know, but so forgive me, but this is something that's new because media is new, and this is something, again, Dan's referencing, you know, millennia of human conflict. We have cameras, and we are able to interact globally now. Vietnam changed everything, where now it's bad to be powerful. You know, you're the bully, right? And these smaller countries allow their citizens to be massacred so that they can win the propaganda war.
But let me one up you. Are you familiar with the Hannibal Directive? The Hannibal Directive is where if an Israeli is being held hostage or being, you know, somebody's kidnapping them, the directive is to kill both people. It's to kill the Israeli soldier and the hostage taker or the person, the terrorist.
I've been in war, Alex.
But do you like that?
Yes, 100%.
You would shoot your own soldier.
If my buddy is looking at me from across the way and he's getting dragged by some savages who are going to cut his fucking head off, absolutely put a bullet through his brain.
Wow.
Right? This is like we're
that's cold-blooded. I mean,
war is cold-blooded, Alex.
I understand that. I'm not naive.
Like you can't go into this half-assed. This is what we do, right?
Would you want to be shot if you were being dragged by?
Yeah, I'm not going to get tortured by some Bedouin piece of shit in the Middle East.
Wow. Well, I disagree with you on that, but we don't have to debate it. I'm just saying I see the Hannibal Directive, and you see that. It just, for me, America, we don't have that.
No, definitely not. No.
So we don't do that. And then, I mean,
but we're pussies here, right?
So
the people in our military are obviously not, right? But the way that the non-war fighters and bureaucracies prosecute wars, they're cowards. Otherwise, they would be in the war themselves. We're amongst the first generations in all of human history where the people sending people to war didn't go to war as well, right? That used to be the standard.
But is that? I feel like senators in the past.
Think about what he's saying, though. Crassus wanted to prove himself because it was Pompey, the warrior, and it was Caesar, the warrior. And Crassus was like, I can do war too. And he had gold poured down his throat.
Yeah, that wasn't a great thing.
Yeah, I understand it takes a certain person. But I feel like in the past, because what are those songs? Fortunate Son is one of the best, you know, anti-war songs. So that was kind of talking about how there was rich, fat cat politicians not being involved in the war. But so, listen, a war's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. But I just would like the war in Ukraine to stop. I would like the war in Israel to stop. And if they want to put up Margaritavilles in the Gaza Strip, I think that they should go there. They say, here's some money and here's a house and wherever the hell Canada. It looks like Canada wants them. Why don't you just buy them condos in Canada? And
you saw the French court. So the French Supreme Court okayed all the Gazan refugees.
Not for in France. Yeah, let them have it. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why we don't just go there.
Go for it.
And one of my best friends, John Gross, he's a rabbi. He's my attorney, well, former attorney. Now he works in the State Department. He's an Orthodox Jew, but he actually agrees with this, and he actually, you know, is very empathetic to the Palestinians, believe it or not. And you know, obviously he's on Israel's side. I'm just saying he says that it is a very complicated situation and is very sad because nobody really wants to kill kids, not even the IDF. But a lot of kids are dying. It's sad. I just want that to stop.
Yeah, I would like it to stop too. Yeah, no question.
I know you do. Marjorie Taylor Greene, though, she's actually trying to vote. What is this, Jimmy? She she voted today to not send weapons. Is that the? Because I don't see the article.
It was more she like tweeted that it's a genocide, which I think she's the first Republican person in Congress to call it a genocide.
Well, it's definitely not a genocide.
Didn't
That's
Thomas?
nonsense.
Okay, real quick, we can let you define genocide. But did Thomas Massey? What did Thomas Massey? Didn't Thomas Massey say the same thing though?
I think he said. I don't think he used the word genocide, but he used
so
something similar.
what is it though? Is it an ethnic cleansing? What is it?
No. So ethnic cleansing and genocide, both in the in Article 2 of the Genocide Convention, have a very specific and narrow definition.
Okay.
And maybe this is parsing or splitting hairs, I don't know, but intent to destroy, whole or in part, ethnical, national, religious groups. That's
like
what
what
it is.
progressives did to white men for the last 20 years in America.
A little bit.
I guess, yeah, but it's like
This is different.
There has
just
to be a coordinated effort to literally eliminate that group of people.
That race.
Right? And that is not at all what's happening here. Nobody can make a salient case that that's what's happening. It's
Yeah, I
nonsense,
don't think
right?
they think the Palestinians are going to go extinct. I don't
of course
think that,
not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that that's a realistic thing. But once again, you see these politicians. So Marjorie Taylor Greene saying this is not a very popular opinion. But I guess my question to you, though, Dan, is do you think AIPAC has, too much foreign influence in American politics?
I don't think, well, one, lobbying is criminal nonsense in the first place. I mean,
100%.
We've got to have these conversations because certainly spending your dollar is a means of using your voice. There's no question about that, right? I mean, there's quotes about it. Every dollar you spend is a vote, and the kind of
In a way, yeah.
But
indirectly, yeah.
for groups representing foreign interests to be able to spend money on our U.S. politicians, look, JFK tried to get these guys to register with FARA a long time ago.
What happened to him? He didn't have a very good outcome.
He's breathing through a hole in his forehead now. So
Couple.
it's like AIPAC shouldn't exist. Frankly, like I just don't understand why we can walk and chew gum at the same time.
I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the planes. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself